Good evening, Hampton Oaks Hawks families. This is Mr. Hicks coming to you with my vlog number 7. It's February 18th, and I just wanted to spend some time with you today to talk to you about some events we have coming up, some important dates, and there will be some information to come, but I wanted to get that out for your calendars as well. Some of you may already have these dates, and just to talk a little about some things going on here at Hampton Oaks, and some other updates on information for families as well. So we have some events coming up in our future. One of the things we have coming up is something that's it's always been a hit here at Hampton Oaks. That's our multicultural night, and that will be March 12th. You're definitely going to get some more information on that as well. I know our team has sent home some information and about some things that go along with multicultural night. So we'll definitely be reaching out to you to make sure that everybody understands the time, the date, and things to be prepared for that evening. On March 26th, we have a reading night. It's going to be Camping with Reading. That's going to take place in the school. We usually have that event in the gym. March is Reading Month, and we celebrate that month with families coming in. We usually have food trucks out in the front for people to enjoy. We hand out free books as well. So you'll get more information on that event as we approach that event. April 8th is STEAM Night here at Hampton Oaks. We are really excited about this event. We're adding art to it this year to make it STEAM. Science, technology, engineering, art, and math. We have a lot of local high schools coming and their teams showing up to demonstrate some activities. We have some community members showing up, as well as some folks within the building to have a lot of different activities for our students here. So those events that are coming up is really something for everyone. We hope that everybody can make those events, but we know people have a very busy life outside of school, obviously. So hopefully you can at least attend one of those, but all three are really great events that we've had here at Hampton Oaks for a while. And I definitely feel like over the years we've looked at those events at the end of every event. After we have an event here at Hampton Oaks, our team meets and we discuss what went well, what can we do better, and I always feel like we definitely make some small changes every year to our events to make it more appealing to our families and students. One important date coming up is our fifth grade graduation, which is a while from now, but I wanted to get that date out there. That's going to be, currently that is May 27th, and that is at North Stafford High School this year. Now in the past, we've had that at Hampton Oaks, but unfortunately last year we had so many folks here that even though we had the air conditioning on and the fans running, it got a little hot, and it got so crowded last year. I just felt like it'd be more appropriate to have it at a bigger location this year. So I've reached out to Dr. Hornick, the principal of North Stafford High School, and he has allowed me to use the auditorium that night. So it'll be May 27th. We'll get more specific with times. Usually our graduation lasts for about an hour. Afterwards, we have a little reception, which families don't have to attend, but they can, and we have some time for that available as well. So be prepared to spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours there that evening. We do ask students to come 30 minutes early to get prepared for that event as well. And while the students are prepared, obviously families can come in and sit down. So again, very excited about our graduation this year because we'll have more space, and I feel like it'll be a really nice feel to what we're doing here at the end of the year. And also afterwards, it'll give families time. If you've ever been to North Stafford High School, the cafeteria is right outside the auditorium, so definitely there's some space there for afterwards, whether you'd like to take pictures with your family or teachers, that will be available as well. So again, just want to get those dates out for you. I know people are making plans and have things going on, so I'll double check the times and stuff, and there's always adjustments being made, but I'll definitely get that information out to you as well. During this time of year, we also have, as always, SOLs coming up. We are planning on sending the SOL schedule home this Friday in paper and Friday folders for 3rd through 5th graders. The SOL window this year is different because the school year obviously is ending earlier than it has in the past. So our SOL testing will start on April 27th with 3rd and 4th grade reading. And the window will go throughout the month of April and into the month of May, with the last day being on May 21st. With that said, folks, when you get the SOL schedule, we do 2-day testing here so that students aren't spending 1 day testing for 8 hours. So we break it up here. So we test 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade reading in 2 days. And we test 3rd and 4th and 5th grade math in 2 days. We have science also in 5th grade, and history in 4th grade, but you take that test in 1 day. And also there are days in the schedule for retakes. When students, they have to score 400 to pass. When they score in between 375 and 399, they have the potential to do a retake, and it has to be approved by the parents, so they can do that. So we have days for retakes as well. So if your child scores 375 to 399 and they did not pass, they have an option to take a retake. We also have days built in the schedule for makeups, but we are hoping that all students can be there during the testing window and also be on time. There's other factors that come into play that I'll talk later on too about as I'll send robocalls home about some very important tips for testing, which I'm sure most folks do anyway, because kids are taking assessments throughout the year, but making sure all kids have a good night's sleep, making sure they have a healthy breakfast in the morning, making sure they come to school prepared. If they have, for example, if they have glasses, they have those, and so on and so forth. And making sure they're on time, so we can start and get testing over with. So those are just a few things about some important things coming up that I just wanted to talk about today. Some other things that we have going on in the school. We have a mural going on that it's still going on today. Every student in the school gets a chance to paint the mural, so that's exciting for the kids. They've really enjoyed doing that. And at the end of the mural, we will put on the bottom of the mural that it's from the students of 2019-20 Hampton Oaks, so they can have something they can be proud of that will be here for a long time. So the students are currently working on that. We're almost finished. Another thing we just recently got for Hampton Oaks is a communication board outside at recess. Definitely will help with students with developing their communication skills, and it will be helpful to all students throughout the school year. So that's very important as well. So we have those two things going on right now. Also, at Hampton Oaks, what we're doing is definitely continue to work on responsive classroom and those things that are taking place in the classroom the 20 minutes before we start our instructional day. And that's about developing relationships with each other, greeting, starting the day off positive. So we continue to work through that throughout the year and trying to make that an important part of our school community and what we do here at Hampton Oaks. Not only at the beginning of the year developing relationships, but also throughout the year. As the end of the year is a difficult time for some students as we transition into the summer. So definitely we're working on that. Finally, just a reminder, I just want to bring this up just to make sure folks understand. If you put a conference request on an interim or report card, you should get a phone call back within 24 hours or an email of putting that into place. Now that time clock starts when we receive the interim or report card. So if you've put in a request for a conference in the past, you should have received a phone call or at least some type of email from your child's teacher trying to schedule a conference. And again, like I say, that depends on when they receive the report card. I always tell parents it's a good idea as well to email the teacher within a day of sending the report cards back as well, because sometimes, depending on if students place their Friday folders in the right location and so on and so forth. I know teachers do check their book bags, and I do ask teachers when we do send report cards and interims out to not just look at the Friday folders, but also go through the book bag as well if they're missing that report. As it's very important as far as conferences to make sure you schedule with the teacher. Unfortunately, we've had some drop-ins in the past 2 or 3 weeks. We cannot conference during the school day be able to pull a teacher out of an instructional period to conference. That's something that has to be arranged after school. With that said as well, I've had several conversations this year, unfortunately, about conducting conferences, using profanity towards staff, and yelling and screaming at folks in conferences is not appropriate. And unfortunately, if that takes place, then I end the conference, and we simply just reschedule at a time. I always tell folks, sometimes it's better to schedule a conference, give them a day to think about things, and then come in and have the discussion. So most of the time we do have really good meetings here, and we have really good conversations. But that's one thing I don't condone with anyone really is those type of things that happen over the phone or in person. So that's one thing we're working on, definitely establishing relationships with families and working, because at the end of the day, everybody's goal is to support students in their learning and help them be successful in any which way we can. But other than that, just coming with you today with some updates. Our Parent Advisory Committee is meeting. That's something we started this year. I'm very excited about. We definitely have a lot of folks that are representing different areas of our community that feeds into Hampton Oaks, and so we're currently working on a website to get so where you can see who's on the committee. We've taken pictures, and their faces will be up there. So if you see them in the community, definitely you can ask them some questions. It's a good program to have a liaison between the school and the families as well. Our mission statement will be up on our website, and then we're definitely going to create a tab, or in the process of creating tabs for frequently asked questions, so people can go on there. As a school, we do the best we can to answer questions, but this is something that you can look at and just browse, and it's frequently asked questions by families. So sometimes there's things that might not come up with me, that definitely come up with parents, good questions, so we'll definitely put that on there. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of good things going on, and we definitely continue to work on kids and helping them achieve their academic goals, and also as well as their social goals as well. So again, thanks for listening. If you have any questions, please call the office and get in touch with me. Hope you have a great day, and I'll be coming at you soon again with some great stuff. Take care.